Hi, I would like to share with you an AITA post on Reddit. Something that I just came across when I was looking through YouTube, and that came up in one of my feeds. Um, the story is AITA for taking my parents' assignment too literally and being too honest. My parents called for a family meeting last Sunday and said they were realizing that we didn't have the happy, little tight-knit family that they expected to have. They expressed that we had all been closer when we were little kids. For context, it's me, 16 male, my brother James, 14 male, and my other brother Easton, 12 male. But now it felt like we were we never spent time as brothers, especially me and James, and that sharing a room they would have expected more from us. My parents said they wanted us to all be totally open and honest about how we felt and express if we have any issues with the family to get out of the way. They said they weren't going to take a turn until after the three of us spoke first, and we couldn't leave until we opened up and said everything. I told them I felt they had somewhat unrealistic goals, that they ignored some stuff that had been mentioned to them in the past that would have made the lack of closeness less a surprise, and that it was weird for them to pretend they have no idea of anything going on. I admitted that I hated sharing a room with James, that personality-wise, he and I clashed in that he relies too much on being the younger brother and getting his own way, which annoys me. I said I had told him this before, that James will set up these sleepover nights for him and me on the floor, and he'll expect me to play football outside with him until it's close to midnight, and then go in and watch movies that bore me to tears, and sleep in our sleeping bags instead of our beds. I said he started insisting we do things that he enjoys when we were like 8 and 10, and ever since that point, hanging out with him has not been fun for me. It has not made me feel closer to him. I admitted that I would rather share with Easton. I also said that I had brought this stuff to my parents' attention before, and even complained when he was messing up my side of the room and left me to clean it up, which my parents expected me to do instead of him. I also mentioned that I hate hanging out with his friends who I have nothing in common with. I told my parents they overlooked James being mean to Easton, that it might be due to jealousy and resentment that I'm closer to Easton, or it might be due to Easton being the youngest, but they would never let me say to James what James can say to Easton. I also said that they treat us like we're little kids. They will tell us to go hang out with much younger kids and do their activities at family houses, and they'll tell us no video games until we play outside. And that even after 16 years of knowing me, they still can't accept that I don't like sports and it's not my idea of fun to kick a ball around or to run around, and never has been. James was upset about the stuff that I said about him, especially about not wanting to hang out with him and his friends. My parents were furious with me and said I had no right to say all that. I said I was doing what they asked, and they said that it wasn't what they asked for. So AITA, and going through all of that, I I see that OP in this situation is not the butthole. I mean, his his parent parents asked him to be open about what what he what he felt concerning his family and his brothers, and he he just gave them what they wanted. Although after giving them what they wanted, they said it really wasn't what they wanted to hear. it's like it's like these parents want to hear something that makes them feel like they're doing a good job as parents when they're really not. That they're not taking their oldest son's concerns into consideration. I mean, especially with middle child, who's basically being treated as the golden child. It's like I mean, the oldest child is 16, and he's about 2 years away from wanting to like move out of the house and get his own place, and basically just live his own life apart from his family, and parents parents are upset that that their son isn't breaking this illusion of the perfect family, and he's like, how dare you talk about our family like that? Our family is not like this. Yeah, it's like, it still makes me think of the about the sister who asked her brother, who was working as the wedding planner, about how I mean how long does he think that her marriage was going to last, since she was going to get married, and the brother didn't want to answer her question, because that was more of a professional thing, and that he do with his clients, and he first basically said forever, but when the sister told him to be serious about it, he basically told her it would last only about a year and a half or so, and she got upset and said that that her brother ruined her marriage because he was being open about how he felt about how long his sister's marriage was going to last. I mean, there are parents who have very unrealistic goals about unrealistic expectations about their children, and they get so upset that children don't live up to those expectations. I mean, that's unfortunately a part of life. I mean, children are going to grow up having their own interest and their own things, and you just can't expect every child to get along with their siblings, or if they're like only childs, that they get along with like their cousins or something like that. It's just very unrealistic, and I mean, there's going to be friction in certain families. I mean, I admire this kid for his being honest about his living situation with his family. It's just too bad his parents didn't like the honesty and just said, "It's not what we asked for." Yeah. Well, too bad for them. I mean, don't ask questions you really don't want the answers to. Because you'll regret it. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. So, have a good day, and God bless you.